Sixth grader killed, 5 others hurt in shooting at Perry High School in Iowa. Tragic when you see this, but unfortunately, many of these keep happening, and there seems to be a trend with it. We'll see if there is a trend. Gunman, 17 years old, Dylan Butler, opens fire at Perry High School in Iowa, killing a 6th grader and wounding 4 other high school students and an administrator. Iowa Division of Criminal Investigation Assistant Director Mitch states it's not yet clear why the 6th grader was in the building at the time of the shooting. Police discover an improvised explosive device in the school. Iowa State Fire Marshal and Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms render it safe, according to the director, Mitch Mortvedt. Butler, armed with a shotgun and a handgun, made social media posts around the time of the shooting. The incident occurs on the first day back from winter break. Calls for stricter gun laws emerge, but Iowa does not require a permit to purchase a handgun or carry a firearm in public as of July 2021, which wouldn't have made a difference anyways. This guy was a 17-year-old. Go ahead.
And the Iowa, when's the Iowa caucus?
9 days, 8 days.
It's coming up, but and everybody's fixed on the Jeffrey Epstein thing, and I trust me, I'm in the same boat because I want to find all this information. But that person that killed first of all, look at this guy. He's in the LGBTQ community. By the way, when the cops showed up like a coward, he shot and killed himself. But he was transgender fluid. And then let's look at this pattern. Bro. Remember the Colorado Springs shooter a while back? Anderson Lee Aldrich, non-binary. Remember the Nashville shooter, the Audrey Hale, transgender. Aberdeen, Maryland shooter, Snowchi Mosley, transgender. Denver school shooter. Are you guys catching on to the trend? Alec McKinney, trans. In regard to the Nashville shooter, Aubrey Hill, the manifesto, remember the manifesto that they wouldn't release it? It's almost like they were hiding it from us. Any other school shooter that leaves a manifesto, we get to see it because I think they're trying to hide it because a narrative of this white people and white supremacy BS is happening. When are we going to stop and be like, okay, listen, it's not like a crazy epidemic right now, but it seems like a trend where these people, I don't know if they're mentally unstable, but the LGBT, Rob, what's the LGBT? Cause I don't want to mess it up because you're going to offend people. Rob,
currently it's LGBTQIA2S+.
What does that stand for?
They also threw a pi sign in there.
Yeah, what does that stand for?
Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer and or questioning, intersex, asexual, and two-spirit. The plus sign represents the many ways people choose to self-identify.
And that's the point. I know.
Tom, you're a smart guy. You don't understand anything Rob just said.
No, I thought he was describing the chemical formula for salt.
Yeah, but my point being, and I know what people are going to say, oh, it's not the lesbians and gays. No, you guys it's a community because they lump everybody in with
they shouldn't.
I 100% agree, but it's the T's and the weird ones. But it's like, bro,
the T's.
They're radicalizing the youth. This is becoming an extreme movement. They're going in there and they're shooting, and then the media's protecting. By the way, it's not known that this person was. I had to dig deep to find out who this person is, and it's like, bro, when are we going to address the fact that there's a mental health issue happening, Tom?
You're hitting it so perfectly. The issue is,
Tom, that sentence was weird. But go ahead. You
are hitting the nail on the head on this topic. Sorry about that. And what you have is people that are mentally ill are hurt people, and hurt people hurt people. These are depression and suicidal thoughts, and then people act out. And this is a horrifying way that they act out. And we're going to make it about the guns, and we're going to make it about white people. We're going to make it about everything else than saying what is going on with the folks and what is up with the mental health crisis in America. And you can go right back to RFK, who made a comment at the town hall meeting that said decades ago, when we closed the mental health institutions in America that were providing care and solution of where to put these people and where to take them so that they weren't hurting others around them. And we shut those down, and all these people are on the street, and then these things are untreated. And we're saying that there's someone else is causing you to be what you are, rather than getting these people assistance and keeping them safe where they don't hurt other people. I'm out.
End of story.
We'll see you, Tom.
This is, to me, like, you know how you get worked up about, the sound of freedom and stuff like
100%.
that? Like how upsetting that is to you?
Big time.
This is my top of my list, most upsetting thing. Like I'm like tearing up right now.
Yeah.
Imagine, okay, you're a parent. Mm-hmm. It's the first day of school.
Yeah.
You're getting your kid ready to go to school. You're excited. Like when I was a kid, I used to like literally sleep in the clothes that I was going to wear. I was so excited to go to school.
Yeah.
And
then my mom would be like, hey, you got to take them off. You got to
sneakers.
shower before school.
Yeah.
That's another story. But you're a parent, you know, and you're getting your kid ready for the first day of school. And you get a call from the school. Yeah, there's been a shooting at the school.
Oh, my God.
And your kid just died.
Oof.
Because some fucking mentally ill, weak person showed up, 17 years old, and he wanted to murder little kids. In this case, it was a, sixth grader?
Sixth grade and a bunch of other
My
kids.
nephew's in fifth grade, sixth grade. Like, he's coming in sixth grade this upcoming year. To me, it's the most sad thing. Because when we were growing up, what'd we have to worry about? Maybe getting the shit kicked out of you by some bullies?
Yep.
We didn't have to worry about someone coming in and shooting up the school.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that's the saddest thing. And this goes back to this is reminiscent of what happened at Sandy Hook, right? Under, President Obama, Sandy Hook, Connecticut, when he was the president, came out there and made a big speech. This is obviously why our buddy Alex Jones owes $1 billion in fines. We all know what he said and what he did. And as much as I actually really like Alex Jones, he was dead wrong on that. But to me, it's the saddest freaking thing. You have these little kids that are going to school, trying to just be educated, have fun, play, recess, learn, do your thing, make friends.
Yep.
And they get killed for just being a kid. They say that there's 3 types of genders or 3 types of gender ideology. There's men, women, and just the mentally ill. And you highlighted what's going on with those people is a lot of times they're just mentally ill and they're weak. You know how you're not a strong person if you get a gun and you show up and you kill kids. You're weak. You're not tough.
Yeah.
You're weak. Anyone can do it. The Sandy Hook shooter was a skinny, scrawny, nothing person of a kid, mentally ill, weak, and he took it out on kindergartners, dozens of them. Mm-hmm. To me, this is the saddest epidemic that's going on in America today. I can't even imagine what it would be like to have a kid and lose them because they're just trying to go to elementary school. It's disheartening, it's saddening, and unfortunately, here's the sad reality of it. It's another story in the news day, and we move on.
And nobody really knew about it. But it's horrible. But Adam, and wouldn't you be even madder if you knew the government isn't even addressing the main problem, which is the mental side of it. Yeah. All they want to do is say it's guns, guns, guns at them, because at the end of the day, they don't want us to have guns. Because guess what? If it wasn't for the Second Amendment, Tom, guess what? All of us in here would be vaccinated. All of us would have our rights. I'm telling you right now, that's why every other country hates us, is because we have the Second Amendment. Thank God for our founding fathers, bro. The First Amendment and the Second Amendment, because they would trample all over us. When they notice how they don't give a shit about the kids. They're just like, oh, take the gun. It's the gun. No. Can we take a step back? This person was obviously mentally ill. They're pretending to be non-binary. They're posting shit online. Nobody's saying anything because you know what? No. You're transphobic. You're phobic. And you talked about this the other day. Phobic. Enough with that bullshit, because it's going to keep on happening. People are going to still. By the way, at the end of the day, get rid of the guns. That person will come in with a truck and drive right through them crossing
sick.
the
They'll
street.
Find a way.
They're going to die. Listen to me. If I want to kill people, Adam, I don't need my gun. Trust me, I'll make it happen. And these sick people could do it. We need to start worrying about the mental health side. Because guess what, Adam? If I started pretending that I was a dragon and I came in here like, ugh, wouldn't you guys say something? Wouldn't you report? Wouldn't you be like, Pat, you as the CEO, you'd be like, yo, Vinny needs help. Let's address the help. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because then guess what? The next day I come and throw fire on everybody. I'm like, oh shit, why would he have done that? Because you didn't address my sanity, my insanity. But they're protecting that community and it's backfiring.
Yeah, one more thing. You're right. If you're mentally ill and you want to take it out on people, and you, like Tom said, I like what you said, when you say hurt people, it's so true. You're going to find a way. Unfortunately, a gun is actually the most convenient way. It's the great equalizer, as Pat has mentioned in the past. So whether it's a car, whether it's a knife, whether it's a machete, you're going to find a freaking way. It just so happens that the gun is the easiest way to do it. And I just don't understand why these schools are gun-free zones. Every school should have a police officer, a security detail, whatever
A
it is,
veteran that-
front
Yep.
and back of the school.
Yep.
You ain't coming in this school unless you go through this big door
And they don't
with
care.
a security clearance.
And why don't we have it, Adam? They don't give a shit. At the end of the day, they don't care. And all these other people are armed with people with guns. Everywhere you go,
Everything.
people are security. From LeBron to all these people have security. But when it comes to the kids, we're like, no.
I don't get it. I just don't
Adam,
get it.
Because they don't give a
but
shit.
these
That's what it
politicians,
is.
I want to go deeper than that. These politicians have kids or they have grandkids. It does not give you any political expediency to basically have dead kids at your doorstep. It does nothing for your approval ratings. Congress approval ratings are at an all-time low. So there needs to be a deeper situation here than just they don't give a shit. I assume they do.
I don't know.
I
wouldn't give it to. I wouldn't give them that because why is everybody, including the media, hiding when it's a transgender shooter? The manifesto.
So there's
That should
something to be
hold
said
on.
there.
That should be the
Yes.
first thing I want to see is what the hell was going on in here. But they hide it because it doesn't fit the white guy with Biden's extremists. No,
Yeah,
it's
white
not that.
supremacy.
It's fucking crazy people. We're crazy people, and they don't care, Adam, because there is no explanation. Why aren't they guarded?
And we see what's going on in America. Anxiety's at an all-time high. Depression's at an all-time high.
You don't see my anxiety? Yeah, you don't think I'm anxious right
Yeah,
now?
but you're just angry.
Yeah, because I'm
But
pissed off
in a
'cause
good,
nothing's
but in a
happening.
good kind of angry.
Yeah.
You're the kind of guy that I want on my team with a gun.
Yeah.
So let's go to the
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.